Writer, author, badass, and now podcaster. Who is it?
It's LSH.
Welcome to Talking Shit with LSH, a unique female perspective on sex, love, motherhood, relationships, careers, and the real shit women say and think about societal norms. Unleashed. It's not what you do, it's who you are. Who is it?
It's LSH.
Talking Shit. This is an interesting topic. We're talking about dating. We're talking about marriage. We're talking about and everybody in here, I'm sure, has dated someone because we're all over 21, right? So let's talk about the person who has a very. So we talk about altering bodies and parts, and let's talk about the person who has a very different type of profession, man or woman. She's a nurse. She's a doctor. He's an international traveler. He's a bar owner. She's a bar owner. She's a stripper. And her hours are very different than the standard 9 to 5. How do we adjust the rules in order for the relationship to work? Do we apply different rules in order for the relationship to work? Are we accepting of the lifestyle in which we have to adopt in order to have this sort of relationship?
You do what you want for who you want. And that's just it at the end of the day. Monday through Friday during the daytime, and I'm in education. 5 o'clock, I teach Zumba, I teach mixed fit, I teach chair dance, I teach lap dance. So my evening, if you want to go on a date, it's going to be 9 o'clock before I'm ready. This, that, or whatever. I dated a cop. He worked at 10 o'clock. So when you call me at 2 o'clock, if that's when we have 2 o'clock daytime, that's when we
2
have
a.m.
2 a.m. Daytime.
So he worked until 2 a.m.
He worked until midnight, got out, take a shower. So we going to go have breakfast or whatever, or go watch a movie at 2 o'clock. You do what you want for who you want.
So the rules do change, right? Or you change the rules.
Adjust.
You
adjust.
You adjust.
I was sleepy when I got up at 6 to go to work, but I enjoyed those couple hours.
But you liked him and you adjusted for him. What were you going to say?
I'm not sure if anybody saw that today. I was skimming through Facebook, and it's Madame Noir had an article that said when you first started dating, there were basic things. If the person wasn't willing to do it, then you already know it's going to be some bullshit. So again, when someone doesn't have the time or make the time, that means that they're not willing to make any sacrifice. And a man is very. Having raised 3 of them, they are very simple in what they require. And if they want to be with you, they will move heaven and earth to be with you, and they will sacrifice. And so I think as women, we sit and pretend and make ourselves believe, oh, well, he's tired. Oh, well, he's
bullshit.
This. It's all bullshit. So
bullshit.
Yes, you do adjust.
No, but what Blondie is talking about.
I call bullshit.
This is the girlfriend insight that men don't know about. So the girlfriend insight that men don't know about is the chick that says, well, he had to deal with his kids, he had to work late.
The excuse maker.
Right. And
your girlfriend says,
yes.
Sweetheart.
Yes.
I hate to tell you.
That's exactly right.
But he's full of shit.
That's exactly. And he doesn't even have to be cheating. Whether he's cheating or not, it has to do with...
He's just not that into you.
That's
It never has to... And we always want to give the illusion that, it has to be someone else.
No,
it is not.
Yeah.
People are just not into you. I'm just not into people. I don't give you my number. I don't play those games. I used to. Give the number and then dodge the call.
No.
I can sit at a bar, have a perfect conversation with you, and then at the end of the night, it was so nice to meet you.
Yes.
And I'm going home. Can I have your number? I don't. It's not personal, but I don't want to give my number to you. So I make time. Like Kim said, I worked at Delta years ago. I met my second husband. We got off late, and we would date when we got off.
And he worked
late as well.
Yes.
So 1 o'clock, we're at Intermezzo. We're dating,
cool.
and I know what it's like to be able to have that schedule. Now I'm in a different world. But
so would you date someone that
I do,
had a
and I'm going to go home and take a nap till you get off work, and I will avail myself to you.
I love that.
Because that is what it takes.
I agree. Love that. Love that.
I've been dating a woman for, I think, 2 years
What's
now.
her name?
Her name is Jasmine. And so she's actually, she's a nurse, and she's going to school to be a nurse practitioner. I'm in law enforcement. We are a long-distance relationship. And so we make it happen.
Because you want it to happen. You want to. You change the rules.
Anytime she need me, I'm there. Anytime I need her, she's there. And it's like it's all about sacrifice. If you really want to be with somebody, you're going to do it.
Mm-hmm. What boundaries have you guys set for your long distance relationship?
How far is long distance?
Oh, she stays in Arkansas. I stay in Alabama.
And that works.
Yeah,
it works. He says because they make it work.
It works because we communicate. We communicate with each other. Of course, everything is not peaches and cream because I think the distance is what
So you're not hitting anything else.
That's Miss. Look, Miss Mo Money came on. She came strong with that question.
I'm trying to get the skins. How you work that out?
Because I've been an athlete all my life. I had many women before I even talked to her. So I could, mentally, I prepare myself. Because, like I said, if I need her...
So you guys have, like, phone sex? Do you...
How do you mentally prepare for that?
Prepare yourself.
I'm just wondering.
We actually tango a lot, and we may do sexual things on the camera. We do... It's ways that we do things.
You have your own way of staying connected.
So are you not banging anyone?
No, I'm not.
So will you bang someone else?
No,
she got some questions over here.
Because
so if I was to give you something right now, you wouldn't take it?
Look, she's the one I want to marry. So it's like she, as far as being in the
let him finish, Mo. Let him finish, Mo.
Because I stay in Montgomery, Alabama. And so by me coming to Atlanta, there's so much temptation.
Yeah.
And so I know how to deal with temptation because I'm in the room full of temptation. But at the same time, just by me being who I am and knowing what's out there, I know so many diseases. I know it's not working.
Well, okay, but see, let me give. Okay,
wait a minute.
Wait. Okay, wait.
So you telling me?
Let the other brother ask the question. I just have a different perspective.
And trust me, I'm with you. I'm trying to, support you. But you telling me your girl is miles away, whole nother state. You want to get skins. You around a whole bunch of women.
You pull out tango.
She said tango that ass.
We see a lot of good looking women.
He just trying to get some skins the other day for me. Somebody faithful to his
but wait a minute. Let's get some order. Let's get some order in the podcast.
We see each other like 2-3 times a month. And so when we do see each other, it'd be on the weekend because I be so busy anyway. I promote my book. I promote my book and then I work 12-hour shifts. So I be tired anyway, and I'm a single father.
So here's the thing but it sounds.
Well, let me say this. I will say this as a parent. If you really are parenting and you working and you making money and then you said that you write because I write. Yeah. When I'm in my zone, I just did what I thought was impossible I dated someone that was long distance. We dated for about 8 months and I was cool with it and it surprised even me. And so, but I was busy because I had things that kept me busy. One being a mom and being a single parent. Another one doing my writing and then my job. And so he was coming down once a month, which worked for me at the time.
The relationship didn't last?
It didn't last because
of the distance?
I think it didn't last because of the communication.
Okay.
I was cool with the distance, but you cannot be long distance and then be non-communicative.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Especially at this age. I'm 48. You cannot go catatonic. That is not an option for you to not communicate.
Yeah. No,
so if I'm not going to see you all the time, then I do need to hear your voice. Not every day, but enough. You need to make your presence known.
Yeah.
So that was an issue. And after trying that twice, a year apart, I said, we're just going to be friends because I'm not going to deal with that.
Yeah.
So the communication changed on his part, right? Both times?
The communication changed on his part both times because he has a tendency to... And now let me say this. Now, we never did claim that we were going to be exclusive to each other. That was a choice that I made.
So you were dating,
right? And you asked not
dating others.
Yeah, I don't kiss and tell. I didn't ask him what he was doing, and I wasn't concerned with what he was doing. As long as you communicate with me, and when you come here, you bring the noise.
Yeah.
So you can be up there.
Did you still consider it to be a serious relationship?
We were dating. It wasn't. I never thought I was going to marry him or be his next wife. We just entertained, having fun, and then we decided, hey, I really like you. I want to spend a lot of time with you. Yeah. And it just kind of, we fell into that.
Gotcha.
So
did it ever get to the love level?
It did get to the I love you level, and
which was
and I
genuine.
Think we do.
Yeah.
I think we do genuinely have a good admiration and love for each other, but our lifestyles are not compatible.
Okay,
at all. And I stepped out there and did something different, and it was cool. We're still really cool. I like him. He's a great guy. I had a wonderful time.
Oh, good.
It was a nice wow ride.
In my relationship, I feel how I feel about her. I'm actually going to move her.
But see, I do want to speak on your behalf. That's what I was going to say. I think that because I think what his honesty is, even if Miss Mo Money.
I'm just kidding.
No. But even if you were serious, right, and he was still trying to get those skins, I still feel like he's still staking a claim and saying that. Listen, I got this woman over here.
The first time I heard about a woman.
But you know what though?
I got a woman over here that I'm really interested in, and I want to invest in. And now he done upped it to the marriage.
It goes back to what she was saying though about how when a man chooses you and he decides you're what he
may still get some on the side, but
pursue you seriously.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what he's saying.
But the key thing is he's willing to move her.
And I don't think that all men cheat.
Okay, that's a whole nother podcast.
I don't though.
Oh my goodness.
The long distance relationship works for him because he's got an agenda to close.
Right.
He has a plan.
He's about to close that deal.
Yeah. If there was none of that,
he would say he was on some shit.
He
was on some shit.
You just may be an anomaly. And we don't.
Fancy saying. Fancy says,
I don't know.
It goes down in the tingo.
No.
Wait.
I got a question though.
Wait a minute. Stop traffic. Let me let Fancy say.
See, mine is just looking at it from a different perspective because I have two friends who are married, and she lives here, and he lives in Texas, and they see each other.
They have a commuter marriage.
They have a commuter marriage. And for them, it wasn't the relationship with each other. It was their job. She has a high-up federal government job. So where she can do her work is very limited. And he couldn't make the money that he was making before out here. So he got a job in Texas. The only reason they're even considering one of them moving now is because they want to have kids. But outside of that, they love their marriage. It works for them.
Commuter marriages work for a lot of people.
See, my parents have done commuter marriage basically my whole life. So my dad's always had very high-powered executive positions, and he would go to where the positions were, and he would live there during the week and come home on the weekends. He was always there for all like birthdays, any soccer, ice skating, figure skating. My parents have been together for over 30 years, happily married. Like, he has a tattoo of my mother's face on his arm. Like, he worships her. So I've never seen my parents ever fight. I grew up very like Cosby style, where my dad was like the head of the family and part decision maker with my mother. And I don't think I've ever seen a relationship so close. Like, they literally like love and worship each other. So for me, it makes me believe in love. And I don't think that all men cheat. I think that's a decision. And I do think that if you really truly love your relationship with your wife, you love your family, you love your kids, then not all men necessarily want to make that life-altering decision to go sleep with somebody else. And that's just my thoughts.
Make sacrifices. What you're saying is back to like the topic and how it first began. You're going to make the sacrifices
for who you care about.
Yeah, so you'll change the rules.
And that's just I may have a different opinion of it, but I love that about my family.
I change rules every day.
That's our prerogative, right? We're going to change rules every.
Commuter marriage works. I love it.
A commuter marriage, yeah. So do we think that? So in terms of who do we feel like tends to alter or sacrifice their time more? Is it the man or the woman?
The woman.
Man.
I'm gonna say
bullshit is that?
The man.
The woman. So that was the woman.
Generally,
I think it's a combo. Because I think the man, at some point, he misses out on that like daily interaction with his family, and at some point they start kind of feeling
so that he sacrifices.
Yeah, I think they feel like
I can see that.
I think at some point they feel like an ATM machine where they're like, oh, I just feeding the family.
Yeah. Do more.
But you feel it.
But you feel
guys,
it. I
we do it more.
Sacrifice.
I think we do the sacrifice. We do more. We're willing, and it has to do with how we're wired. we are natural nurturers. And so I don't even think it's that we do it against our will. It is our natural inclination to give up everything for those we love. And it's not your natural inclination, because your natural inclination